Hi Beth, great job on the side space. You're doing excellent with your Collé technique, especially your lift and your bow placement. I think that they look really good. So when I was watching your video, I got a glimpse of your thumb, and I could be wrong, but to me it looked like you were playing with a straight thumb like this instead of a bent thumb. And this feels very strange to me. I've only known to play with a bent thumb, so I'm in awe of how you're able to do the Collé with a straight thumb actually and maintain flexibility across the fingers. To me, it feels like it's inducing a little bit of tension because I'm not used to it. But let me try it on the violin and see if I can compare the feeling. So this is with a straight thumb. And then now I'm going to bend my thumb. So in terms of range of motion, I don't think there's much difference. I would say that maybe my hand feels a little bit more constricted when it's straight like this. I feel like I have more control with a bent thumb because I've been playing like this for years now. So what I'm saying here, I guess, is that you'll have to make a decision, and it's very personal whether to keep playing with a straight thumb or a bent thumb. And I think it really depends on how you feel about it. So that's something to consider. But let's go over the sites. Just where I can see where you're applying the Collé, maybe the first 4 lines of the piece. So it starts off with a pickup, and it's slurred, so from D to G. So from here, from B to D. I would say to try and stretch your fingers out more when you're approaching this note, the note B, so that you can have more room to flick the fingers upward, because if your fingers are already curved like this, then there's not much room to go up. So let me try that again. I'm feeling all kinds of tension from trying the straight thumb technique that you were doing. So let me try to relax everything. So that wasn't very clear. Again. So here you can do like a 2 up bow Collé type of bow stroke. The thing with Collé as well is you can adjust how much pressure to apply, so you can make it sound more delicate, I guess. And then if you put more pressure, so it depends on how you want it to sound. So I guess I'm going for the middle. So with Collé, what I think you can try, now that you've done the up bow type of bow stroke, I think you could try the downward. So for me, it's a little bit more tricky than going upwards. And really the trick to this is to approach the string with a curled finger like this, and then contact the string and push out, flick the fingers downwards. So push against the string like this. So again, curled fingers, approach the string, contact, and then push out, lifting the bow off the string at the same time. I have a habit of kind of muting this string when I'm doing Collé because sometimes it can be really, really loud. So that's one way of practicing Collé close to the frog. Once you get comfortable with the motion, both up and down, you can start to move away from the frog, closer to the middle of the bow. And it's going to be trickier the further away you go out from the bow, because you're going to be fighting against the bounciness of the bow stick the more that you get closer to the tip of the bow. So that's one of the ways you can experiment. Again, the pressure on the string, you can do it more delicately, and then I guess more aggressively, like this, more percussive. And the last thing that I wanted to say is before you do Collé practice is to always make sure that you're warming up your fingers with circles like this. So anti-clockwise and then clockwise, and then you can even do kind of this type of exercise where you're maintaining this part of your arm and the back of the hand absolutely leveled. Like you could put a glass of water there and it wouldn't spill. So basically you're isolating the motion just for the fingers, and you're assisting with your left hand, because it can be pretty hard for the fingers. Let me try it without assisting. This is pretty hard. And if you want to make it easier for your fingers, just move it towards the middle of the bow, where the weight is more balanced on the hand. And then as you get comfortable, do this. And if you don't have your bow, just use any old pencil, stretch down, and then lift up. So you can see that I'm isolating the motion just from the fingers, and then practice it at the frog, and then practice away from the frog. So the further away from the frog, the harder it becomes.